Playtime's over, boy.
Just wanted to show that real fast. What's up, guys? How's y'all's weekends going?
So far, so good. It's all about football on Sunday. You already know that.
Yeah. Do I need to rush again or what? Are we good?
I got 90 minutes. You know.
Okay. I'll try to keep it shorter than that.
That anyways.
Yeah. So how's everybody? What's up? Just saying hi to everybody. Today we're gonna be talking about kind of like cause and effect. Like, what would cause you to start collecting custom statues? I know there's a lot of cool stuff out there, but it just seems like there's not that big of a flux of guys that collect actual customs. So I just kind of wanted to bring this topic out there and to see what's stopping people from collecting customs. But anyways, CNP, otherwise known as Steve, aka the final boss, aka Mini Me, aka Little Guy. How's your weekend going?
Oh, wow.
Change my name to Jarhead.
Little guy.
It's great to be back on Sunday, man. And I don't know why I'm talking to the mic so close now because okay. No, man. Thanks for the invite, man. Like,
you're always invited, man. You know, anytime you want to hop on, whatever is cool. I know you've got things going on in your life right now, so keeping you very busy. So.
Thanks, man.
Hey, I just said things, okay?
I know.
But Mr. Free Shipping, what's up, man? How's it going? Your background's changed quite a bit.
I know, right? Everything's on the floor. Everything's on
None of them involve lights.
Yeah.
lights.
Paying the light bill. None of them involve paying the light bill.
Well, it used to be so bright behind you, so it's kind of
Yeah.
weird seeing
Next
you.
week,
with no
I
light.
think next week everything should be good, though. Hopefully by next week everything will be in place. So that's
So,
what you guys can see.
This is still the old room, right?
Yeah, it's still the old
Okay.
room.
You just
And,
moved into the garage.
OG sign. I'm gonna use
Yeah,
that sign.
I remember that.
Bring that over. Use everything. Yeah, this week has been good. I actually went to a festival yesterday that was an hour and a half away and used it. I don't like to drive, but I didn't drive. But it was worth it. It was cool to be with family and stuff like that, you know. Kids playing, everybody's having fun, so it was good times. And then now it's my girl's birthday week, so she's supposed to go to brunch, and I have my son today, so.
Isn't it funny how people nowadays like, oh, let's celebrate my birthday week or my birthday month? You know, it's like,
Yeah. I think it's worth it though. Well, with me though, it's like I'm not a holiday person. I do it for my kids, but other than that, though, but your birthday, if you're somebody I care about, we can do the month because that's the day you're born. I mean, I'm very happy that you're here in my life. So it's like I would do a month.
Just so you know, Vision, my birthday's coming up in December. Just so you know.
You know, it's crazy. My birthday December as well, December 19th.
Mine's second.
So Sagittarius.
Yeah. So just in case
I'm a custom guy now, Sagittarius.
you want to celebrate the month of my birthday, I don't know. Just
I think KP loves Sagittarius. He put the hearts up there. So
Yeah.
Matt, what you got going on, man? I know you're incognito right now. What are you doing? What you up to?
Yeah, having a good weekend, man. You know me, a lot of baseball this weekend. You know, like Vision said, football, making a sacrifice, and you know, right here with custom at custom produce, missing my Ravens game. But you know, it's all good.
I don't want to hear it. None of us feel guilty. You're driving right now anyway, so I don't want to hear it.
No, I don't feel good. Don't feel guilty. I would do it anyway. Didn't matter. This is custom produced. That's where it's at, baby.
There you
know
go.
what I mean?
There you go. Diane, man, what's up? How you been? What's going on with you this weekend? I know you're trying to rush us to get out of here for football, but other than that, what's up, man?
Gotta watch the Cowboys at 4:30. Other than that, nothing else matters today.
Yeah.
Besides custom produced.
I've been disappointed in the
man.
Cowboys lately, man. I've been disappointed in them. So.
Who's your team, man? Don't just say the Cowboys because you live in Texas.
Bro, I'm a Texas guy, so Houston or Houston and Texas.
Well, you say
Cowboys.
or. You can't say or.
Why? I live in the same state. Why can't I have both?
That's
There's
like
no- there's
saying
no- there's
you
no
got
law
two different
against-
wives, man.
I mean, that'd be
You gotta
cool.
pick one.
Well,
I mean, most
y'all
of the time,
wish, right?
most of the time. So,
Nah, but it's all good, man. I appreciate you having me.
yeah, no problem, man. Piggy, man, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing happy to be in the building. I've been overeating all weekend, so
You keep everything separated though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's the key.
Absolutely. Separate but equal.
I mean, it's right there in his nickname, right?
Yeah. So yeah, looking forward that I'm happy that I'm doing something not food related with you guys. Happy to be here.
I guess running out of space includes the house and your stomach, huh?
Yeah. Everything but the refrigerator because I keep eating and freeing up space.
Well, you're probably what, like 105 soaking wet anyway, so you can stand to eat.
Damn.
The abuse, man. The abuse.
There's no abuse. There's nothing wrong with being skinny, man. There's nothing wrong with
How
it.
much you weigh, Piggy?
Dang. And then the abuse continues. How you gonna ask me that on
It's like he put it out there.
on the network?
Might as well finish.
I weigh a lot more than 105, but I'm not at 200, so I got a little bit of room.
All right. Real quick to say hi to everybody that's in the chat real fast. The Definitive Collector, what's up, man? Nice guy, what's up? I always love your profile pic, man. That corgi. Carl, man, what's up? How you doing? Jojo Valdez, what's up, man? Random Korean, man. This guy's in every show. He's always out here, supporting. I appreciate it, Random Korean. I know it's got to be super early there, right? I think it's like 5 or 6 in the morning. Gabriel Gutierrez, what's up, man? See anybody else joined? Slifer, man, what's up? How's it doing? Hey, man, Slifer, if you want to hop on, let me know if you don't have anything to do right now.
Pause.
Dennis Perez, man, what's up? How you doing?
According to Slifer, no pause.
And that's it right now. So yeah, man, like I said, I just wanted to talk about like what would it take for certain people to buy customs. I know not everybody does it. And I know it's like everybody has their own reasons. So real fast, like I know Steve, you've got a few like custom pieces, but you haven't dipped your toe in buying any customs yet, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, the whole thing is behind mine is like the 1/3 I don't make so much of, but the villain wall is also like all licensed pieces. But like you guys know, the Thanos is like there's like a whole different shelf.
That's your custom outlet right there.
Yeah, that's my AKA custom produced shelf right there. But
everybody's got to have one. Otherwise, you're not a serious collector unless you have a custom produced shelf. So.
But it's like when Dion is like in his other room with like the Magnetos behind him, I'm waiting for a Magneto right now, so I'm just like,
wait, everything... you waiting for a custom Magneto? It's like $1 billion.
I know that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like there's a ton of Magnetos to pick from, but like when Sideshow announced their Magneto, I was like, something about like license compared to customs. Like I gravitate more to license because I think it's the overall product for me. Like just to give you a quick answer. Like,
yeah, I mean, there's not something that would like if you saw it like right away, you just have to get it.
Yeah.
Would it be versus a character, how cheap something is.
Yeah.
Like
I think I commented this like that. MODOK. Like I thought customs would do that like 10 times over by now, but come to find out like there's not many out there, and they don't look too great. Like I saw
there's a company doing one right now actually.
That should be your handle. there's customs are going to do it. But as right now, like I do not know of a good one, and Sideshow, like what they showed off so far, looks great to me. But I have no issues with customs. Like you guys collect customs, and I like seeing unboxings and everything. The price isn't like a huge factor because like customs are almost matching the licensed stuff, and the quality at times it's like superb over licensed stuff. But and right now like everything's restricted for me right now. Space, my villain wall, my good guys, and it's just if I was everywhere, like if I was collecting X-Men, like I'd be in trouble.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing is like there's so many custom X-Men pieces. Like most of my stuff is custom anyways as far as X-Men pieces go. So like you just have a lot of options, I guess, as far as X-Men goes.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know what I would do if they touched the 1/3 like DC stuff.
Would that be something that would entice you? Like if there's like a badass 1/3 like Green Lantern?
Yeah, so they did like the one that comes to mind is the 1/3 Flash. Like they did a 1/4 and a 1/3 museum pose. Like that one intrigued me because I don't have a Flash, and like Prime One didn't release a Flash yet, so or anybody else. That intrigued me. But
we gotta boil it. Mold it.
yeah, you gotta boil it, but you gotta boil it, you gotta mold it, and all that stuff for 1/3. No, but like I don't know, man. Like the custom, I enjoy talking about customs. I love seeing what's out there, and it's awesome to me.
Yeah. What about you, Vision? I'm picking on you two right now because I know either one of you don't really have a custom piece, and I kind of wanted to invite people that haven't collected customs on the show, but you guys are only suckers that actually joined. So
Yeah.
Let me kick them out.
Truthfully, I was actually scared of customs, like getting buying customs because I didn't know they were real or fake until like I met you and you like you and E3 was telling me about it and stuff. And then now your show. But again, though, they make the pieces out. Like I'm not a Marvel guy. Like I don't collect like the X-Men line. But now that my room is bigger, I do want to start getting some gaming pieces. And they did a 1/3 Mega Man. I would get that. You know what I mean? Like or they do like a 1/3 a Metal Gear Solid line.
Because I have talked to you before in the past, and you had mentioned there was a couple pieces that you were looking at, but you just never.
It was like the God of War on Throne.
Uh-huh.
I saw that render. I thought that was dope. I was like, man, that's crazy good though. But again, though, I was getting nervous about it. I'd be like, is this real? Is it fake?
I think there was that mongrel too that you were looking at too. The Iron Man villain, in the big suit.
Oh yeah. The Mark 1 thing, right? Or no, the guy with the whips.
Yeah, mongrel.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
Wait, bro, not a Marvel guy. That Maestro is like the prize of the collection.
I'm all there. Just need one person just representing a little bit of everything in there, though. But I do want like a Wolverine and stuff like that. Like I do want like now. Like I said, I got room. But like Piggy said, don't rush it. But I can start getting other things now. Is
there a something that is holding you back, like besides space? Obviously, everybody's
free shipping
issues.
They offer me free shipping. And you got me.
Yeah, custom groups aren't gonna do that for sure.
But I think like I said though, they make like a Mega Man. I think I really want a Mega Man. Like want to be my first pieces or Metal Gear Solid line.
So character based is what you're thinking. Like if they make a certain character that they ain't making in the licensed, like size wise too.
Yeah. So, but like even if it's licensed or not though, like if I like the statue, I don't care what it is. Like as long as it's good quality and stuff like that, I don't care who makes it. You can make it. If it's good, it's good. I don't really look at it like, oh, just Prime One or this is XM or something like that. I buy what I see that's dope. Like when he said on Sideshow that MODOK, when I first seen that tease, I was all in. I was, oh man, that thing is like legit. It's massive, but it looks dope.
So question, because you both brought up that MODOK, right? If there was a custom company, if it was the same exact statue, and if it was a custom company that made it, would you pick it up? Would you be as interested in it, or is the Sideshow what got you because license?
Oh well, no. Then I'll go by which one is cheaper.
No, I'm saying if it was the same statue, like you get what I'm saying. Like so, like you're interested in that statue, but if it wasn't Sideshow, if it was a custom group that was well known and they were making it, would that be still as enticing to you to buy that statue? Because you both had mentioned that you wanted to pick it up, right? And would that statue still be as enticing to you? If it wasn't,
so Sideshow's making it, and the custom's making the exact same one. Yeah. Well, then I would probably go with Sideshow because Sideshow gave you points. So like whatever is cheaper.
That's not what I'm asking. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, would you pick it up if it was a custom? So that same statue that you're talking about, would you pick it up as a custom? Like
I'll pick it up though because, like I said, I want a Mega Man, and I know PCS made the Mega Man in the tube, and I think I still want that. But if a custom made a doper Mega Man, and then the paint job is like the candy apple or the candy blue, then I'll pick that up as well. Yeah.
What about you, Steve? If a custom company was still making like that same exact statue, would you be as interested in it as a licensed piece?
The correct answer is yes. No kidding.
That's a question to me.
Yeah. So I was gonna put the Sideshow MODOK here, and like it really depends on how the custom group or custom company releases it. Like
that's the thing though. If it's the same exact statue, like that's what I'm wondering. Like, what's stopping certain people from buying a custom statue?
There you go.
Yeah, I think for me,
Keyword Jarhead.
I
Bye.
think
Yeah.
I think it's just like what Vision was saying, like the points like is a part of it, but it's also like the guarantee. Like, you know, license gives you that like
Their
that
insurance.
the assurance, yeah, of like it being produced the way you want, like
Yeah.
everything like that.
But that's the thing with Sideshow, you don't get that assurance, right? Because of their paint. Like just because they showed it doesn't mean you're gonna get exactly what they showed you, right? So is it really assurance, or is it because it's, you know, quote unquote a licensed piece? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, there's that issue now, especially with Sideshow. Like their paint jobs don't deliver like usually. Like
Yeah.
lately, they haven't been delivering at all. But like, I mean, there's that to worry about now.
I'm just trying to get to the psyche of why people do collect and don't collect.
It's like buying, like, remember back in the day when they had bootleg movies?
Yeah.
You were worried if it was DVD quality or if it was like someone filming behind a theater
Yeah,
or inside a theater.
shaking.
Yeah. So you're kind of worried what version you're gonna get. So
Yeah.
you're going towards more of the the DVD one,
Yeah.
like the one that provides that little comfort, that little
Yeah.
sideshow.
that warm cuddly feeling.
Yeah.
So, Jarhead, I think there's 3 reasons why people don't.
Mhm.
The 3 reasons are they cost more than licensed pieces generally.
But do they?
Yeah,
But
they
do
do.
they?
Right.
Well, unless you're talking about like Prime One or XM, who has
That's what I'm talking about. If you were to compare a custom piece to Sideshow piece, about 80 to 90% of the custom pieces, I think, are higher quality than
right.
Sideshow.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're not going to debate about the quality. I think so too. But as far as like the pricing goes, they're like double the price of a Sideshow piece. And I don't think a lot of people are willing to pay that if there's some sort of like apprehension about whether or not it's going to get made. They don't really trust or know the commissioners and everything. And then another big thing is a lot of people don't even know how to get a hold of customs. They're not involved in a group, or for whatever the reason is, they don't even really know how to get a hold of the piece either.
Yeah. And what was the third reason? You said there was 3 reasons.
Yeah, the apprehension. I think some people are, afraid to send out their money to some unknown person, with really no backing as far as a surety that they're going to get their piece. If
XM Studios.
if the customer,
I was just thinking that.
Steve,
Those are-
I saw it. Man. I'm looking down. I saw.
So
he does it to me all the time. It's only right.
So I will back on. Those are all very valid points, and I agree with you on some of them. I'll push back on the cost. Take Ghost Rider. How much was Ghost Rider from Sideshow?
like 1,050
Right.
or something.
Okay, so you've got custom pieces coming out around 900. The average custom piece goes between 900 and 1,200.
What
right?
custom piece
then
have you seen that's $900? Because I haven't seen none.
It depends on the group, because there's quite a few actually between $800 and
My
$900.
groups are never 900.
That's
Y'all need
because
to send me an
that's
invite
because
to that group.
that's because your daddy big pockets.
But again though, I know the customs don't pay licenses, and now we think about that though. But if a customer's making the piece that I wanted, I don't mind paying extra. You get what I'm saying? Like something I really want. Because
So, but Vision, so you saying
to me,
that there's
it's not
no
about the money.
custom?
It's more about the I want the quality to be dope.
Are you saying that there's like no characters a custom company has ever made that you're interested in?
Well, no,
I find
well,
that
maybe
So-
like God of War. I mean, I thought that was that Kratos on that throne. That was probably the first one. I was like, damn, that looks dope. And then that Iron Man one.
He messaged me like 3 or 4 times telling me how much he loved that statue.
That's cool. Like I can see him on throne. I saw the vision. I like that warp on the Sagittarius.
I think the number one reason that from what I've observed that people don't buy customs is because they have no idea where to get the customs. Yeah, those that are really plugged in the community, they know that they can reach out to Jarhead, D3, or Carl. But for the most part, like even if you see them like posted on Facebook or Instagram, I'll see a million people saying, "Oh man, I will get this. Where do I get it? Where do I get it? Where do I get it?" So of course it's like shroud in secrecy, and understandably so, because nobody's trying to, get that exposure on them and end up like certain companies that got like cease and desist orders and stuff. But at the same time, there are a lot of people that would like buy some of these pieces day one if they just had a lead or knew how and where to get the piece. Even some of us that get customs and are in a ton of custom groups, it's like 1 or 2 statues out there. Like
you still got to track them down.
Yeah, like I'm wearing a Isaiah the Captain America shirt, and I saw a dope statue of him. Yeah. I have no idea how to get my hands on.
I got you. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Sundays.
The enabler. The enabler.
that's the thing behind everybody, right? What's that? Let's see here. So I can change it. What's that?
What was the second thing that Vince had said? The second point that he made?
For me?
There was who made it? Was one about was the price. What was the second aspect?
I said the cost, the apprehension of not knowing like if there's a shorty on getting the piece, and then not even knowing about the groups and where to even get them from.
Yeah. See, and
Okay.
this is like a lot of this is because this is why I made this like group that I had on Facebook and the YouTube channel. So hopefully that I can get the knowledge out there of, hey, this is this group, if you're interested in it, find, and I can tell people that that group's, trustworthy, so like, I don't know, I'm trying to alleviate a lot of like that, because people still think that, customs are so much more expensive than licensed pieces for one, and that's not always the case. Like if you compare XM and Prime 1 statues to customs, to me that's more in line with the custom is XM and Sideshow and Prime 1. Sideshow is beating everybody no matter what. They're beating Prime 1, XM, LBS. Everything's way more expensive than Sideshow. So then there's people
what do you think about the other? There's another hidden thing, I guess, that we haven't talked about is, if your orders from Sideshow and there's a problem, you just pick up the phone and call customer service. With a custom, now you got to try to get in touch with the commissioner, and you might have to file a claim with UPS or whatever the case.
So the thing with that though is there are a lot of great groups out there that will, if you have a problem, they'll help you out. If you have a broken piece, they'll send you a new one. There are groups out there, the bigger groups that have more renown, I guess, or they're higher quality groups, I guess you could say. They will help you and try to get you another piece or send you a new piece. I know that's a scary thing for a lot of people too, is what happens if their statue comes broken? What do you do then? So that's why I steer people towards the bigger groups, the higher quality groups, because 9 times out of 10 you're still going to get the same customer service as a licensed piece. For example, there was a custom commissioner that was messaged the group the other day, and he's got flooding and all this stuff that's going on in his life right now because he lives on the East Coast, and they just dealt with that storm and everything, and he's still letting people know what's going on. And you don't hear XM doing that, do you?
Yeah, I gave him his props for that because I really respect him on doing that. He didn't have to do that,
Yeah,
he got big fish to fry right now.
And that's a custom group. You have this big official group out there, and I love XM. Like, that's my favorite like licensed group out there. But
but that's a very sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
No, but that's a very good valid concern, because you also have to remember that it's basically made to order, right? Your piece, your custom there. That's why the ES is so low, and that's the reason why it's exclusive, and it's kind of like it's different. Like you're not going to get 11,000 pieces made, right? So if something happens, you got to run that gamble, about something, get in touch with the commissioner to get the replacement piece, or if they even have it, if they've made it. I think we've mentioned before, sometimes they'll make some extra pieces just in that event, but right, the ES isn't 10,000, so they're not going to have them readily available. And I guess that could be a little apprehensive too to some guys.
So there's nothing wrong with you going into getting into a custom group and asking them that question and say, hey, what happens if my statue comes broken? Ask commissioner that, straight up. There's nothing wrong with that. Ask him, okay, what's the plan if my statue comes broke? So maybe he has a plan set up in place already, and in a warm before you buy the statue, maybe it'll give you that extra warm feeling to buy it.
Yeah, I'll do it for you, Jarhead. Really quick though, I wanted to show these two off because when people talk about customs, I feel like what people fear a lot is about quality, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here's a great example of what they can produce, and it's just pretty cool. I could do it. Yeah, so it's pretty cool what they could do. Look how intricate this is, and even the back pieces, they know some stuff are known to break, so they make the attachments to avoid those things.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the higher quality groups right there that you're getting this from.
Yeah.
So
and here's the same group.
King
Thanos.
He's dipped 2 toes into the custom.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite ones, and the paints, the freaking sculpt and everything, the textures they include. They include
that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, this is removable. Yeah, so they think about all that stuff, and I've heard that before. The quality is not there, but I'm
I don't want to throw the license pieces under the bus, right? But it is what it is. What would you rate that quality compared to a sideshow piece?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. This is as good or better than what Sideshow has put out there.
So, and that's what people, are comparing the customs group, I feel, is oh, it's too expensive, but then they're comparing it to Sideshow. Mm-hmm. So I think if you're going to compare a custom company, a higher tier companies that have really good production quality, you got to compare them to XM or Prime One, I think. Because there's a lot of stats. Go ahead.
The reason why they say it's too expensive because they're well, they don't have to pay a license fee. Now, I thought about that too, but then I think if you're making something that a licensed company's not making and I want, and it was 1,700, that's my limit or whatever. And if the custom piece is 1,700, it is what it is because I know a licensed piece is not going to make that. So I personally think it's worth it.
Yeah.
I know most majority want it's not, you're not paying license, so it should be way cheaper. But
I've seen a few people complain about that aspect of it for sure. But it's not a lot of people that complain about whether or not they're paying licensing fees to companies. I think the majority of people don't care, honestly.
Right.
That's not what's stopping them. I think some people that's
what
the
I'm
case.
paying.
Yeah.
They don't care until that one piece comes out that they really are interested in. Yeah. Just put the money down. Look like.
So one thing that I was apprehensive about, and that was in the reverse. When I first got my first custom piece, I was like, man, this takes forever, man. I'm not gonna be. And some pieces do still take a while, but now they've come along to the point where most of the time I get my my custom pieces in a quicker turnaround than these licensed pieces. You know what I mean? I'm still waiting forever on stuff from Tweeterhead and PCS, and I've gotten a quicker turnaround in the past year or so with customs than I have with license. Overall.
Yeah, Sideshow and custom ship the fastest at this point.
So that being said, you guys on the panel that have actually bought customs before, right? What enticed you to buy it? What made you buy a custom piece? What was the turning point for you to step over that line?
Easy. They made the characters that I wanted. I got tired. I was getting and I'm shout out to all the Batman and the Wolverine fans, but I'm like, man, give us these, you giving us this same character over and over again. What about this character? What about that character? And the next thing you know, I'm doing a search, you get 2-3 customs of the characters that you're longing for before you get one of that character from a licensed company. And it's I wanted variety. I wasn't getting nobody was giving me a Luke Cage at the time when I got that Bishop. None of the companies were giving me a Bishop. You know what I mean? So it's I'm going to have to go to customs if I'm going to get the characters that I want. And I understand, I guess, licensed companies, they're no, we got to stick with the safe characters that we know we're going to get the money off of, the 800th Joker or the 10,000th Batman or whatever. But it's we want other characters too. And the custom companies are giving us those characters left and right.
Yeah, I agree with you, Piggy, because I mean everybody knows my favorite character is Magneto.
Nah,
And
I didn't know that.
I thought it was that
Me either.
Phoenix.
Since when? Since when? I thought it was Phoenix. I thought it was Phoenix.
Yeah.
y'all funny.
That was
And
bad.
you know, obviously there's like triple the amount of custom Magnetos out there than there are licensed pieces. So I mean it's much easier to get a hold of the character you're looking for through the custom market. And then also too, I mean it's sort of changing a little bit with a lot of the licensed pieces except for LBS. But the custom companies do a lot more like dynamic poses and action poses and fight scenes
That's
and
what
all
I was going
that.
to talk about next. It seems
Yeah.
like customs, if you want a certain character, they have the better version of that
Yes.
character. Like they something that the licensed pieces won't do. You know, like they'll step out on that.
Cigarettes, weapons. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The stuff that you can bypass
Guns.
when you don't deal with licenses. Yeah.
Look at the custom weapon X versus the license. You know that won the overall pick the other day when we had that versus, right? Because they took a step out there and they did something crazy over the license piece. You know, I think that counts a lot towards collectability of a stat. Like if I see a okay Wolverine and he's just standing there with his claws popped, that's cool. But if I see him fighting, you know, Omega Red, you know, if I see him, you know, there's blood, you know, and guts, I tend to more stick towards that because it looks cooler.
Or
You know,
his
and
skull is like down to the adamantium or
yeah,
something like that.
licensed companies aren't going to do that, man.
No.
Not to mention the people that like the more risque, sexier statues. You get a She-Hulk with her areolas protruding. You never
Backstage,
can get that.
backstage.
I mean, I wasn't going to go there, but yeah,
Yeah,
there's,
I
mean,
those people.
The silicone.
might as well put it on the glass.
Those people.
That's man.
Hey, really quick, what do you think? Like
Yeah.
more collectors have more say with customs than they do with license. Like
Yeah, I think
There's
that's the case
that too,
too. I think
Yeah.
that's
I
like
think that gap is changing a little bit too because like Sideshow and LBS kind of listen to what people are asking for.
mhm.
Like with the Joker and the Harley, people didn't like her face, so they ended up having another portrait. Or like the Superman piece, people said he was too old, so they made a younger portrait. So
Yeah.
Sideshow is listening, and you already know that Jay listens firsthand and takes, you know, I guess critiques from people.
you know, I think that they probably don't watch our show. They probably more watch the license stuff. But I hope they do watch this show and they're like, man, how can we get ahead of licensed companies? How can we improve over licensed companies? And like when they were showing the unpainted statues and me and CMP were talking about that a while ago. I appreciate that, man. Like that's what
Background.
customs do. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're showing stuff. I know a lot of people didn't like it. They want to see the stuff now, you know. But like I like the process and them showing, hey, you know, it's not ready yet, but here you go. Here's a full statue. It's not painted, but here you go. You know, I like that, and
I
customs
think-
definitely do that.
Yeah, I think the license companies are actually watching the custom world, and they realize that stuff's out there, and they're trying to figure out a way how they can either compete with it or get a leg up on it. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the things. I think that's what customs does is it challenges the licensed pieces to up their game. And you know, like you said, I think they're paying attention. They're paying attention big time, particularly to the custom world.
I agree with Matt 100% because like I wanted a Mace Windu forever. I wanted a Lando Calrissian forever. I was waiting. Never was gonna get a Mace. The minute I got one from a custom group, then boom, here came Sideshows. So they're for sure watching, and it's like, just give us the characters that we're begging for instead of seeing the success. It's almost like, here's the litmus test. This character is really successful amongst the customs, so we'll go ahead and drop it so we can capitalize on it. You know what I mean?
Yep. But here's the
Yeah, but it's
double-edged
hard.
sword that license. The double-edged sword that license have to deal with. Let's look at the Vader, the Mythos Vader right now, right? You had the 1/5, but guess what? There are a lot of people in the community that wanted the quarter scale. They listened to the people in the quarter scale and they put it out. But look at the backlash that they got from it, right?
You don't really see custom companies doing that either. You know, once they release a statue, they ain't coming out with a variant of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, you know, I hate to say it, but
Or
that's
it'll
something
come
you
out
have
at
to
the
worry
same
about in
time.
custom. What's that?
It'll come out at the same time.
Or come out at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's a variant, they will say, because they don't want the backlash. You know, they want to keep selling statues, and you know, those bigger companies don't care. They just want the money. And
Perfect example, Apocalypse. They said, here are your options. You had the comic version, you had a cartoon version. Same time, pick which one you want, and not any of those shenanigans of, all right, here's the version you're going to get, and it's based on the cartoon, and then 3 months later, and the POs are closed. All right, boom, here's the comic version. So I think they're more respectful to their customer base when you get them the options up front and at the beginning. So for sure, that's a plus for the customers.
What about the collectible aspect of the statue?
Well, you got 30 ES. You got to ignore ES. It's more collectible.
When you have exactly. So when you have a 30 ES, does that entice you guys? It's a smaller run versus 2,000 statues.
You got to think about a license. They
buy it any more or less. I know.
Yeah, me either. But like with a license, they got to pay the fees, right? So like when people say, "Oh, the license company not making what I like," how many times have you seen somebody say, "I want this," and they do come out with it, but they don't buy it. They just yapping. So with a custom, I believe though they can make those characters and take that gambles because it's kind of easier to sell 30 of them when you don't have no fees and stuff like that than comparative like you pay all those fees and hoping you sell 1,000.
I don't think it's the fee aspect of it. I think it's the fact that they don't have to deal with the regulations of the licensors, because like say for example, if it's like I'm just gonna take any character, what's the Warlock dude, the blonde dude from DC?
Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock.
Or DC.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves played him in the movie.
Constantine.
Yeah, Constantine. All right, so if we're saying I want a Constantine, and then the license company gives you a Constantine, and it's like, well, man, where's the cigarettes? Where's the magic effect? He's just standing there. That's just an example. But then a custom company that doesn't have to deal with those regulations, they're like, here he goes. Here's the swap out with a cigar in his mouth. Here's the magical effect. Here's the wings coming out of the cemetery. You know what I mean? Of course,
you got to do the rules.
Yeah, people are going to be like, man. Yeah, you're gonna go with what you can get when they bypass the rules, because you're like, this represents the character for me. So I think it's not just giving us the character; it's like giving us a true representation of that character. And a lot of times, the license companies can't do that.
They can't do that. Yeah.
Or even like artistic ones, like the Venomized Batman. Like you could never see that in a licensed piece. You know.
Yeah. Do you think like for customs, like you're talking? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to answer the question, for me, absolutely. I love the collectability of it. I love the rare exclusiveness of it. You know, the question of when I was coming along, what was the custom game? That was a whole nother world, right? It's like, man, that's just another level that I never even thought of I could deal with, because these are rare and exclusive and so expensive. You know, that's a whole nother thing, right? So that's what kind of steered me. I don't say steered me away from it, but it kind of like gave me the cold feet of jumping into that, because I always felt that was another level. But then once you do, the cold feet go away, and it's like, oh man, this is awesome. This world's just the same as anything else, but look at this. There's only 30 of these made in the world. I can dig that. That's exactly what I want in my collection. I love that rare and exclusiveness of it. Everybody can have, 2,000 of these. There's 2,000 of these, and everybody's got one. But
I like the fact that I look at my
guess what? I want what you can't have.
Yeah,
there is no.
I like the fact that I look at my collection and I don't see the same exact collection as somebody else. That's what I mean about collectability.
Except for when you look at mine.
Yeah, well, if you didn't copy me, but anyways, so I prefer one that over seeing 1 million of the same like statue in somebody else's collection, if that makes sense. Like I like that feeling.
Just buy some $5,000 statue. Not a lot of people are gonna buy that. People they think it's not worth it, so you could really be exclusive.
But yeah, that's what I meant about the ES, man. Like when I collect something, like to me, the old school collector in my head is like smaller ES just means more rare or more special. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna get more money for that. And I think people think that because it's low ES, sometimes you think it's more money, is why people collect it. And I collect it because it's rarer. It's more it's special. You know, if there was something that you really wanted and it was one of one, you know, man, that's a good feeling. I got the only one in the whole world, you know, and maybe people think that's like, you know, what's the word? Like being self-centered and wanting that, but you know, to me, it's that's a collectible, man. That's something that you collect. That's rare. If there's 8,000 of that statue, it's not rare. It's not collectible at that point. It's just, you know, decoration.
Damn.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. It's not. If there's a license that's dope, it's dope. You know, I still collect whatever's really, really nice, and I like it. I mean, it's just, you know, there's something
For
special.
sure.
There's icing on the cake about the ES, the rarity of a piece.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, like I said, that's how I feel about the ES, you know.
Well, what about like the argument where like you know, they all do have like edition size 30. They have Franco Carlissimo, you know, sculpting them, like selling for $10,000, $5,000, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you think there's like overproduction being done currently with customs, where like there's a Magneto coming out, but there's 5 other Magnetos in route.
Never too many Magnetos, Steve. Come on.
It's just an example. But like, do you think like that kind of kills the collectability of like customs, like where you could get 50?
I think it doesn't help for sure, because you know, when there were like a few years ago, and there was like certain groups that were, you know, producing these big custom statues, you hardly ever saw certain characters. But now that you see more of it, like, you know, let's just say Magneto, for instance. You know, if there was probably some like 5 or 6 good Magnetos out there, you know, and people had those to choose from.
You notice that trend, Matt? Like they picking on Magneto.
When you have 15 or 20, you know, Dion-esque statues, you know, it turns some people off for sure.
So I don't really think so. And the reason why I say that is because like custom companies, like there's and that's just like a museum piece, but you very seldom see, like you could have 3 Magnetos on throne and all 3 of them will look totally different. I feel like that they know that they need to make their stuff totally different than the last one that came out, because they got to somehow stand out. They don't have the big budget advertising and all that other stuff, so they have to make their stuff stand out. They can't just produce 10 Batmans and have them all, you know, on the top of a ledge with a gargoyle or something and think that they're going to sell.
But do you think when they do that, are they targeting the Magneto fans, or are they targeting the general public, the general populace?
I think the general public.
So Norman Rich had a question. How much impact do customs have on the licensors? Kind of like what we were talking about a second ago, like Disney or the gaming companies. Do successful custom pieces lead them to free up licenses to statue companies?
What? I don't say that again.
I'll for sure think so.
So he's thinking. I guess the question is like, so they see something that's hitting successfully. Do you think that the license companies are pushing harder because they're seeing, you know, a trend in the custom world, i.e.,
absolutely,
100%.
Yeah.
That's like the example I gave earlier with the Mace Windu. We weren't getting them. No company was going to give us that. As soon as we get the custom, they're seeing it on everybody's timelines. Boom, Sideshow drops one. And that's happened with other statues as well. Even down to, it was like a maquette that a custom company had did. And then a licensed company almost released the exact same statue like a little bit down the line. So I think for sure they're watching. They're in the groups just like we're in the groups. And they're seeing who's hyped for what. And I think that's driving them to say, hey, look at the success of this piece. We need to go ahead and make it so we can capitalize off this license.
Yeah. You know, like, what was that ship making
company? I would even lay.
What do you say?
There was that ship company that was making the Star Wars ships that got, you know, hit up from the license pieces or
NYC.
whatever. Yeah, NYC. They were like, hey man, you can't be doing this anymore.
Yeah.
But then now you're starting to see ships out there and license. Look at Iron Studios. They just made a at.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So like the license companies see, hey, this company's making a shitload of money on these ships. Let's start doing that. You know, and of course now that company's gone, who's going to do it?
Yeah.
Yep. Exact same company that did the Mace window.
Yeah.
And
like you said,
dropped the Mace. Yep.
Let's have a delay.
Go ahead, Matt. Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay, but go ahead.
Just like you said with the Weapon X. The Weapon X, you've got that. The custom Weapon X had been in production for quite some time,
Years.
right?
Years.
And we were wondering if it was ever going to get done. Years. So I guarantee you, Sideshow knew about that piece, right? So I'm sure that they probably thought, well, we've got it. We should come out with one too. And I'm sure they were able to get theirs on the table. You know what? Barely a year later. You know, out to the public. Not even after the custom was produced.
Yeah, I mean, some of these companies say that they've been working on this stuff for years, but it's weird. It's a weird. It come out at the same in the same time frame.
Too much of a coincidence, right? Like, I don't like that either.
It'd be one thing if it was once or twice, but it happens all the time. You can't it'd be one thing, like I said, if it happened once or twice, you chalk it up to a coincidence. But if it happens all the time, like it has been, that's not a coincidence.
And it's impossible for it to be a coincidence, not just from a timing aspect, but from, if you really think about it, a lot of licensed companies often have some of the same artists that work on the custom companies have some of the same as the license, and a lot of times they use the same factories for production as well. So it's not a coincidence at all. They have people watching like, oh, everybody's buying this red She-Hulk, let's drop a red She-Hulk.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of food for thought, man. Like I was thinking about this this last week. I'm like, there's a lot of people that are always messaging me and asking about statues and stuff like that. I'm just, there's a lot of people in the community. It's just like a subsect of the community. It's like custom collectors, and you have these license companies, that everybody collects from, but then you have the subsect. When I first started collecting, my first piece was a custom Wolverine, and I hadn't started collecting for, I did research before I bought my first piece. I always do that with anything. And it took me probably about 2 or 3 years before I even bought my first piece, but I was always watching the shows, but my research was like, what's the best bang for my buck? What's the coolest statue that I see? And it led me to customs, because you're not seeing half the stuff that you would see on a custom versus a licensed. So that's why I started collecting custom statues. So
what is the what's the split in your collection as far as like how many, like is most of your collection customs or
right now I have one licensed piece.
Wow. Okay.
That's a huge one licensed piece though.
It's gigantic. But I have one licensed piece right now currently. And all the rest of them that I have coming, I think there's 1 or 2 that are licensed. All the rest are customs.
So what's in the box behind you? Is that licensed or custom?
That's a custom piece.
That's that
A refrigerator.
yeah.
Refrigerator.
So it's funny because you know how Don, you were saying the other day that you just walked into your house and there's a box there you didn't know.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. I wasn't tracking my Colossus and it just showed up one day. So,
See, now you see how it can happen, right?
Yeah.
If you're not paying attention, it'll sneak up.
I knew it was coming. I just stopped tracking it, I guess. But
Diane gonna have that same Colossus when we come back next week.
No, man, I'm not gonna have. I'm trying to get a different Colossus right now, so I'm not gonna have that.
He's not gonna have the superior Colossus, is what he's saying. So,
no, man, I like a different one.
Yeah. He likes a different one. He just couldn't get that one. It's fine. It's fine. We all understand.
Whatever.
So I had asked this question in the groups this week too. I think it was on Tuesday. I put this out there. And that's another thing I wanted to go in and kind of delve into some of these people's answers that in the groups. So in the Everyday Collector group, Travis L said, I only go custom when my eyes first land on a piece and I know I have to have it in uniqueness. I have one custom bust in my collection and a head sculpt on the way. So he was more pertaining towards uniqueness. It's not the same. What do you guys think about that? Like uniqueness?
I agree. Perfect example. You guys know I've been waiting for that Gray Hulk to come out from Sideshow, like where they did the 2 greens and the red or whatever. And I was waiting, and in the meantime, I saw a custom group that has like a Gray Hulk where he's holding Betty Ross in his hand.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, dude, I want that 9,000 times more than the Sideshow one now because of its uniqueness and what I can do and the story I can tell with that piece alone. And now I don't even. I don't want to say it like I don't even care about the Sideshow one, but I'm sitting here, the wheels are turning, trying to figure out how I can get my hands on one of the customers.
What about everybody else? Like, do you see more of a uniqueness in the statues?
I can get you the custom pick it. Don't worry.
I already talked to you. Don't you worry about it. I already talked to him.
I can enable you. It's okay.
Would you guys say customs are more unique than licensed pieces?
Hell yeah. I mean, the gap is closing, but yes, definitely.
I think the uniqueness is there. Like, for example, like the Doom on Throne, that's like a bad, like any Doom on Throne from custom piece is an awesome piece. Like, compared to what any, like, the thing about license too is like they have to go through. There's probably one, I guess, like the Sideshow one, but like they have to go through that license thing, approval. Yeah, which kind of sucks. But I don't think that's a good excuse anymore these days. Like you just reiterate the idea in like a way the license would approve.
Just slip them $100 bill.
Yeah.
Hey, approve this for me.
CMP approved right here. Yeah, but
so just going through some more comments here. Some person named Vega was wanting me to deliver the custom statue personally, or for him to order his own first piece. I just thought that was weird. I just wanted to point that out. See here. Juan Chavez says delivery time. He didn't really go into depth about that, but it seems like these days that the licensed pieces are taking a lot of time to deliver their statues, and they're backed up quite a bit.
Does he mean like it
100
takes too long for custom?
No, the opposite.
No, the reverse.
Okay,
like that's what I was saying earlier. It used to take forever for the licenses and it used to take forever for the customs, and the licenses were fast, and now it's the reverse. I'm getting my customs in a way quicker turnaround, and I'm still waiting forever for licensed pieces. So
like this Colossus that I got, I think it maybe took a year, maybe less than a year to get it from when they showed it to when I have it in my hands.
If you ordered it right away, it was definitely less than a year.
Yeah, I want to say it was less than 8 months to get that statue in. So is that?
It seems like the shipping.
Go ahead, man.
It seems like the shipping for custom pieces is what the takes a lot. It's just the shipping aspect. It depends on which way you go, whether you have it flown or you have it by boat. But I think that the piece is done. It's just a matter of the shipping takes like 3 months sometimes.
Yeah. Let me see here. Some guy named Marty says a Voltron or Martian Manhunter would entice me to buy a custom.
That Marty, man, he's a great guy. I agree with him 1,000%.
I sent him a friend request. He denied me.
Sounds like a horrible guy to me. I don't know.
Since that movie coming out, I think they're gonna make a Voltron. Somebody gonna make it.
Oh yeah. Henry Cavill being cast in the movie. Yeah.
So you might
Timothy Caballos. Sorry if I butchered your name, man. I have two customs, and I only got them because they captured the ideal version of the character, Doom and Silver Surfer. That's the thought process I followed to jump into the custom statue place. So that, like I said, that kind of goes back to what we were talking about a second ago. It's like that ideal version of that character, what you see, the ideal version that you want, and you see it in the custom world. That seems to be a big thing because, customs doesn't have to get approval. So let's go into another group, Constructive Outrage, they call themselves. Somebody named Mark Books, something like that.
Bucks.
He had the audacity to say, "Stop doing Wolverine statues for starters," and I hit him with the, "How dare you?"
There are a lot of them.
Yeah. So and then Evan, sorry man, I'm not even pronounce your name. It'd have to look incredible and be sold on eBay or in person for me to buy it. What are you guys' thoughts about that?
Before he buys a custom thing?
Yeah, he won't take the chance of buying it because
it's better to buy it from a commissioner than eBay, to be honest with you.
No, right. No, he wants the guarantee if I can return it if I don't like it.
Yeah, there's that.
So, which is understandable. Let's see here. Some group, Steve Nerd Problems.
There you go. No one commented.
It's some weird group. Anyways, some guy with a name that I can't pronounce, but let's just call him Book for now. He says, "Awesome Spider-Man and a history of delivering quality paint and production. That would be the way to get him to buy a custom statue." So
that stuff is already here. I mean,
right. Well, we're talking about that guy. Well, I love him. His
that guy.
His what's the word I want to live at? His level of criteria or critique or standard is, he holds it at a high standard. So
especially for Spider-Man,
even with customs,
Spider-Man,
especially for Spider-Man.
I've never heard him say that he's like the Spider-Man.
Licensed or custom. Licensed or custom.
Even licensed or custom. His standard is, he wants it to be that way. Yeah. Even if he wants to get the perfect one, it's still got to be sit somewhere to get painted again.
I think that's a reverse psychology type of way of getting out of paying for the actual statue by just trashing it no matter what. Because I think the gods could send a Spider-Man down from and he'd be like, the anatomy would not have survived that descension down from the mountain. Therefore,
yeah.
So, I'm just messing with him. I'm picking on him. He's a great guy.
Another collector says, Aaron Belliard. I'm sorry if I'm butchering people's names, but he says, "I'm definitely open to getting a custom piece. A great piece at a decent price would definitely entice my broke ass." So I think that's a big motivator for everybody, though. If you see a badass piece that's super cheap, you're like, man, why wouldn't I buy that? For instance, we were looking at, I think it was on your CMP. I think it was on your show that we were looking at that Star Wars statue figure or whatever it was of Anakin. Remember, we were looking at it, was like $1,700, and come to find out it was like $500.
For the sculpted hair.
For the sculpted hair version. And I think that turned a lot of people onto that statue because it's so cheap.
Everyone took back everything they said.
Was it?
The price.
Everybody was like, you know what? I'm thinking about buying it now. Like, it's like, you heard that several people said that. They're like, I'm gonna get that now because it's so cheap. And the quality is still on par with that expensive one.
Yeah,
I think
the difference was like the rooted hair, the articulation, and I think the rolling eyes.
Yeah, that was the only difference, and it was that much of a difference in cost.
Yeah.
But does that make you wonder though? Why is it so cheap?
I don't know, because it was still $1,700 for the rooted hair version.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Why is the rooted hair and the magnetic eyes that much more expensive? You can't tell me it's that much more expensive.
Yep.
Blitzway is kind of doing that right now, though.
Yeah.
I still want Bruce Lee from Blitzway though. That's a bad statue, man.
So another collector. For right now, we'll call him Steve. But I think he's known somewhere as the casual nerd or something. Anyways, he says maybe a $10,000 paint job would entice me with a smiley face. But for real skis would be the same factors that go with the decision of making licensed statues: cost, concept, character that I really want, and final product. The MODOK from Sideshow I would have expected from Customs, honestly, and surprised none have intrigued me that are out there now. I guess the Customs I do like and would add to my collections always sell out or I find out too late. I think what I am trying to say is, if entices me, I will go for it. There's just a ton of competition out there right now, and there's no rush. What do you guys have to say about that? What about you, CMP? What do you have to say about that one?
That's a cool guy right there. I should
He sounds nerdy though. He sounds nerdy.
The guy owes me about $600. So if you
Nah, but what do y'all think about what he said? I think he was trying to be cool and make some cool comments, but it wasn't really that funny.
Yeah.
But
because he passed that. Yeah.
But I mean, he has a point. Cost. Production quality. Obviously, those are all things that we all look for in statues. But we've been talking about it already. Like the costs. Are competitive with XM and Prime 1 prices for the most part. Quality. They use a lot of the same factories. So I would reckon some of these statues are higher quality than Sideshow statues. So at least I've seen some that are better than XM and Prime 1 statues. So there's that. Let's see here.
Well, Decorator White brought up a point that kind of goes along with some of the points that CMP was making. That the Marvel and DC have been good, but the anime have been like kind of trash, and I hear that a lot from Buck as well. That they don't do as good a job on the anime as they do on like the Marvel or DC properties. And also to kind of add to that, since we're talking about like the breakdown of the different IPs and how I was saying like we get characters that we wouldn't normally get. Mm-hmm. Unless I'm unaware of them, like I don't see any like Alien, any Predator, any all I see are like Marvel, DC, and anime. I don't see any type of like slashers or Predator. You know what I mean? And
in the custom world.
Yeah.
There's a whole different life. Like I talked to Glass Joe, and I like talked to him about alien stuff, and he just seems to be, custom after custom that they do with aliens.
Wow.
It's more in the world of 3D printing though, like not like these companies that you see how custom produce, like no kidding, but like they're out there. It's just like you just gotta keep digging, and there's groups, like huge groups for them too. So like especially the alien.
Yeah, I feel like I don't see them either though.
Oh wow, yeah, Glass Joe sent Dion and some of those 3D groups or whatever, where they're. Cause I see a lot. That's what I'm starting to see a lot of, like especially on eBay. I want to
buy one, but I'm kind of like scared to do it.
Dude, I saw one where it's a Venom playing basketball against Miles Morales, and they both have on Jordans, and the basketball is like venomized. It sounds weird, but it was so dope. But I haven't bought a 3D printed one yet, so I guess that's his own.
I'm considering it, but I don't really know like who's a reputable person.
Jarhead.
See,
as far as what the printing,
yeah,
like who's a good 3D printer? Because I mean, they're all not created equal, especially
there's actually a group on eBay that prints out Wicked files.
Yeah,
among other stuff. So if you're looking for that, look up on eBay.
So I know who you're talking about. They don't have a lot of examples. They got a lot of files and a lot of renders.
Right.
But
you want the finished product.
Exactly. I want to see a finished product. I don't want to see no render and all that shit.
Yeah.
But that's also going to vary to like when you get the kit after it's done, who you send it to paint it or put it together, and each I guess artist or painter is going to take that differently and do something with it.
Does both. We'll do the paint and the printing. I've seen.
I've never seen that one, so that's interesting. Yeah, I've only seen kits come off the printer, and then you got to send it to a painter, and they put it together and they paint it, and that can make or break it. You know what I mean?
Looks like we got some good suggestions in the chat.
But yeah, I mean, you're hitting it right on the head. I mean, that's the same mindset of a lot of people have with the custom groups is they just don't know. They're a little anxious about jumping in. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's exactly right.
Let's see what else. Terry says, we all know who Terry is. Trustworthy commissioner group, and yes, a character I like. I've held out for a while, but I can smell my first custom on the horizon. Smells good. Yeah, so he actually mentioned to me the other day. He was like, man, there's a statue that I really want that it's of a character that no one's gonna make, but of course custom group's gonna make it. So I think it's a big thing. You know, if you see your character that you really always wanted, obviously you're gonna gravitate towards a custom group. So here,
Even if a licensing group made a character I like, let's say like Voltron, I want a Voltron, but I want to be as big as my let's say my Megatron, my Megazord. And let's say the licensing group made one, right? And it's dope. Come on, and custom group made it too, but killing it. My factor is if they add those cats like side pieces, then I'll go there add those cats.
Yeah.
And I think custom could do that. I don't give a shit how good side shows or whoever makes the other one. Them cats are like key to me. So if they come out with that with the the Voltron and then have the cats, I'll be all in.
100%. And do the lion version and the vehicle version. Oh man, day one, both of them.
Actually, pause everything I have coming. Like I will focus right on that, all my money on that, just because I would want that vision too.
100.
So the last group I put this out there was the statue collectors VIP. Some guy named Carl says he wants risque statues. I figure we all know who he is. Let's see here. Characters not made by anyone else, but so it's basically what we're saying. You know, there's characters that people want that nobody else is making. Let's see here. Kingdom Husan says cheaper price points. So, you know, we're kind of seeing the same answers too over and over again. Anthony Forbes, otherwise known as X-Men exclusives. I only went to customs because X-Men have over 100 characters, and I knew licensed companies weren't going to touch certain ones like Banshee, Warpath, Blob, and Pyro. I found out about customs, and the last 3 years have always been amazing to me. Able to mix custom and licensed X-Men to fulfill the collection I always wanted as a kid. Peace.
Man, you know, that goes back to like getting those characters that you want. Like I want a Monica Rambeau, not a super popular character, but she goes in the line that I'm trying to complete. I'm not going to get that from a licensed company, and she's been in like 2 movies and 3 series. It's not going to happen. I'm going to have to get it from a custom group. And I'll say this as a person who does not care about edition size, I have to admit that when I got that Luke Cage, that custom Luke Cage, that was my first piece in. I wasn't seeing it in anybody else's collection. I was like, man, at the time I had like 3 statues. I was like, my little collection is dope. Nobody else has this Luke Cage. Yeah. So, I mean, it's you get a lot from the customs that I don't think you're going to get from the licensed company. So it's a good trade-off for those saying, well, the customer service aspect, because even with some of the custom groups, their customer service has gotten a lot better. Like they're like from 3 different groups where I can ping the people that are kind of like their representative all day long. What's going on with this? What's the status of this? How's this looking? So
yeah, a lot of times they communicate more than
absolutely
the license.
Yeah, when you're talking about communication, it's like what Jar had mentioned in one of the episodes. Like you see progress pics too, like from beginning, from concept to like rendering to like printing to like in-hand pics. So I love that for customs.
Nelson Ortega says, I'm still waiting for a custom group to make a full human size bust of Galactus.
It's Galacticus.
Yeah, he pronounced that wrong. But yeah, so like most of the rest of the answers are all kind of like what we've been talking about this whole time. It's like, you know, cost, uniqueness, low ES, etc. So it's pretty much those are the things that I'm seeing that people why they would or wouldn't pick up a statue. So, but and that's kind of what this group is here for, is to talk about this stuff, to get the information out there, because you never know, maybe there is a statue that is cheap, that is a character that you want, that's low ES. It's not going to cost you an arm and leg, and the shipping and the company that's doing it is a well-renowned company, and maybe that'll put you in your first custom. So hopefully that's the way of things. So
just heads up, he did apologize, and he spelled it.
there you go. Don't ever pronounce it wrong around me. I don't remember what episode that was. A long time ago.
I'll find it.
That was a long time ago. People still bring it up.
I remember it's funny because Eddie called you out. Like, no one's gonna say anything.
Yeah, I realized after I said it, but then everybody kept talking, so I wasn't gonna say anything. But damn, Eddie was like, "No one's gonna say anything about what he just said."
You should make him wear a Scarlet G.
So, what is there anything you want to talk about the subject, guys? Or is there anything more? I know we talk about it a lot because it's a custom show, but I just wanted to see if there's anything that anybody would, do to convince,
Yeah.
that-
Oh yeah. Like really quick, like I know I started like 3-4 years ago and everything, but it was gatekeeping initially when the whole custom thing came out. So to see what it was before to see it now, it's huge progress, I think. Like there's more. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but there's more customs and more collections. But I think the custom group blew up after like it spread to other groups and everything, and custom produce and stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's important to notate because years ago this wasn't happening at all.
Yeah, people didn't even talk about customs. It wasn't a thing.
Yep.
And you'd be like scrolling through somebody's pictures of their collection. You were like, whoa, what is that? Where'd you get that from?
Yeah.
So it's definitely come a long ways as far as secrecy goes. I mean, it's still out there, but it is what it is. It's a custom group. So, they don't want their names out there, so it's understandable.
I would say that before I got my first custom piece, I was actually like horrified because I was like, man, is this thing gonna come smashed? Is it gonna even arrive? What's my recourse if something goes wrong? And then like when I was new to the groups, not the custom groups, but like the statue groups on Facebook, it would be such a taboo, like don't post any custom pictures for this reason, that reason, this reason. So I was like, oh man, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have got this custom. Then it was taking a long time. And I was like, oh man, it's not gonna come. They ran off with my money. And that thing came and I was like, this is dope. I'm so glad it's here. And after that, it's been smooth sailing. And as CMP was saying, it's only gotten better with communication, with customer service, and most importantly for me, with speed and quality. Like their speed to market is like next level now, and the quality is pretty good. So if you're apprehensive about getting a custom, I can just tell you based on my experiences, I haven't had any issues, and if I have had some issues, it's been resolved, and it's nothing that I wouldn't expect from a licensed company as well, because you can have issues there too.
As far as that goes, stick to the well-known companies for right now until a company proves itself. Stick to the well-known ones, and you shouldn't have a problem.
Yep.
But yeah. Real fast, we go to pictures.
Definitely ask as well, like anything you guys want.
Yeah, for sure. There's plenty of people. Ask everybody that's on the panel, they can get a hold of me, or, if you don't want to talk to me, if you're, scared of me for some reason or whatever, there's other people you can talk to. So,
I'm gonna add on to that a little bit. There goes to the point where like maybe say like me or Jarhead or somebody where we've, I guess, been in the customer for a minute. So it's kind of like some new guys are still going to want to come out with their groups, and they're going to need some backing as well. So for me, if a piece is nice and it's rendered nice, I don't mind, having some capital risk there. You know what I mean? And if it doesn't come out, be like, yo, man, this was a miss, this was a fail, it's not going to work out, yada, yada, yada. But in order for guys to get off the ground, they still need some vested interest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of faith that has to go along with it. You know what I mean? you got to be able to do it. There's got to be somebody's got to be the canary in the coal mine, or the guinea pigs, or whatever. And there's you got to, without the risk, there's no reward, right? I mean, so that's another aspect of it as well. Sometimes you got to go out there. I mean, but now what you don't want to do is go with a guy who's, or a commissioner that's had 4 or 5 fails. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, yeah, I think I want to stay away from that one.
So another thing I was thinking about real fast too was the secrecy aspect of it. I know CMP was saying, that was a gatekeeping thing, but for me, it's like how my mind works is, oh, it's secret. I want in that group. I want to know about it because it's secret. I want that's just how I think.
We're exclusive.
Something that somebody else can have.
Yeah, I know some people are like, they don't want to be part of that because it is that way. But to me, it's like, ooh, like that, you've piqued my interest. You
belong at the country club.
Yeah,
country
to me, I want
in that echelon. Yeah,
because it's not the lower, sideshow crumb eater boys. Like, I want to be exclusive.
We can drink our tea with the pinkies out.
Yeah,
crumb eater boys.
Get my 40.
But yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being broke at the same time. Part of the broke boys, you know what I mean?
Saturdays, 8:30.
Vega's asking, what are the names of those well-known companies again? Vega, you're happy to PM me or one of the guys in the group and ask anytime. Jose Alicia says, yeah, stay away from those XM type groups. What are you trying to say, Jose?
Oh, Dion on the final warning after his comment on that.
I mean, I can't even argue with him, man.
Dion commented on that letter of apology that Nelson's talking about. I said, he's getting fired.
Yeah, so, I did. I got a lot of people agreed too.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things going on with XM right now. So there might as well be a custom group, huh? So yeah, let's get into the pictures real fast. So this I just saw this not too long ago. What do you guys think about this piece? To me, it kind of reminds me of the XM. Speaking of XM, the XM transformation piece that they've got supposedly coming out.
If this comes out before the XM one, I'm going to be very upset.
It's very similar to that statue, I think. Same concept.
I like that symbiote Spider-Man, but I don't know about the Venom. The Venom looks a little
too
bit
much.
Different.
Yeah. To me, the symbiote Spider-Man, there's another custom that is very similar to this one.
It would have been cool if he was like Venom was coming out of his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
That would have been pretty cool. But not a whole separate Venom.
Did you? I don't know what group I posted. Did you guys see that little clip of that Cosmo guy that had the Venom on his shoulder?
Oh
yes, man, I saw that. Cool. I thought that was so nice.
That was great.
The cosplay guy, yeah,
wasn't it though? Yeah, that was so cool.
Was crazy. I don't know what's up with this. I mean, it looks nice, but it just seemed like it's trying too hard.
It's very XM, like what XM was trying to do. It looks like.
Yeah.
Same concept.
I'd rather have XMs. I'll wait for theirs.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Man, this is nice.
This Aquaman is dope. Yeah.
Yeah, this is nice.
Dope Aquaman. Oh yeah, that's dope.
This is very dynamic, like you were saying.
Yeah, this is what LBS should have did with theirs.
Yeah, but as a 1/3, this would be like crazy, huge.
Jarhead, no one was asking.
Yeah, but I think LBS is also trying to stay on the. LBS is also trying to stay on that the museum power pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But this looks really good though, for sure.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah.
I don't think some people would mind a 1/3 statue of this, like something like dynamic,
Just put a huge column under his armpit, and yeah, we're straight.
It's sort of like that storm that PCS is doing too. That's 1/3, and it looks.
Is it me?
Swirl.
Is it me? I'm sorry.
No, Matt.
Is it me, or is this does? I've seen quite a few Aquaman pieces, and if I'm not mistaken, is he left-handed? I always see him in his left hand.
Maybe he's ambidextrous. I don't know. I don't know what.
Because don't the other hand get like cut off or something?
I thought it was left hand that got cut off.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure which.
I'm not an Aquaman guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the Aquaman.
He talks to fish. Come on.
The Aquaman I have, he's right-handed on this one.
I talk to fish. Piggy talks to fish.
I do.
Right. Me and Piggy talk to fish.
It's quite lucrative too.
I'm not gonna even ask.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is getting made. This is pretty dope. I thought this is a newer group that's making this, but it's the same people that are making that Darkseid statue on Throne.
Oh yeah.
It looks kind of boring to me.
Yeah.
So there's a Thor that's similar to this one.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the same one where he has the
Yeah, it's they're just making it at the same time. They look very similar though.
Okay, so is this part of a line, you think, or?
Yes, it's an Avengers line actually. Believe it or not.
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
I like them both. If I didn't have the Breaker of Brimstone, I would probably get one of these. But I still love the Breaker of Brimstone too.
What do you guys think about the Rainbow Bridge?
I do not like that.
So there was an option. They asked in the group. They actually asked in the group. There was another base that they had done for the statue, and it was ice. It was like an iced like stone with cracks in the middle that was glowing. So, but I guess everybody kind of chose this one over that one. So like that's something you don't see in the license companies is, okay, what kind of base you guys want, and they did it. So
yeah, this base is that light up thing is horrible.
So his eyes are also gonna light up, and the Mjolnir, that's how you say it. Is gonna light up too.
Manure.
Yes, manure.
I think the sculpt on like the cape needs a little bit more work. I don't know if it's texture or if it's like it's not there for me, to be honest. Like the flow behind him, yeah, something about the flow about it. It's not working for me. It looks like it belongs.
Should be like a ripple in the end of it or near the tail of it or something like that.
Something, yeah. Like
Nelson has a
some
good
crinkles
take
or something.
on about that Rainbow Bridge.
Don't put it up. Don't put it up.
Yes, I'm not putting that up.
It's a cool statue. It's a cool Thor.
I just don't get the bottom part.
I think they should offer both bases for the statue, because the other one is more like simplistic. And I think they should do like include them both, like at the top tier version. They should do both.
That's another pro for customs too. Like when I got that Lando, you had the choice of the Cloud City base or like the I think the Bespin or whatever the more plain base is. Mm-hmm. So I think that's dope too when you can get options of different bases for the statue.
Yeah, this group is very they listen to the customers a lot. So that might be something that they might be able to do, is actually, because I like the other base. This is cool. I like this base, but I like the simplicity of the other one better. It just has like the cracks like this.
Yeah, I like the cracks too.
The cracks look nice, but I just don't like the other part.
Do you think the rainbow is because he's up there in the clouds and it's above where the rain?
It just looks.
No, it's just the Rainbow Bridge that the
Rainbow Bridge that Heimdall puts out
from Mario Kart.
I don't
there
know
we go.
about that,
There we go.
Right. It's like this cover. What is it? Silver Surfer 4, right? Isn't the Rainbow Bridge on that one?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Silver Surfer?
Good pair up with the comic. Yep, good pair up with the comic.
Right.
If this was Magneto, Diane would get it. So I don't want to hear him. You're like, yes, I love that. I love that base.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, I thought the frost. I thought the frost.
Yeah,
I thought the frost on the other base was cool. ice
Yeah.
frost and the icicles.
Yeah, I think they should offer both because both look. Because there's a lot of people that like this because it was different, you know, and there's people that like the other one because of the simplicity of it. So
Yeah.
Right.
Vision
I
says he
walked
loves
into my room and since Matt said where it came from, I could see it now, but they will have to explain that to me. But what's up, bro?
That's why you pair it up with the comic. You had a comic.
Yeah. So you know, you bring up a very good point, and that's probably part of the. A lot of collectors they don't understand where the Rainbow Bridge comes from. So they're going to think of it as modern day terms right now. What the rainbow flag means. So it's kind of like you run that risk there, right? But if you're a true comic book guy and you know who Thor is, you know what the Rainbow Bridge is, you know, it makes perfect sense. It's not uncommon for that to happen.
Yeah, you gotta excuse these non-comic book readers.
Yeah.
And basically, you got to excuse it because I walk into your room, I see that rainbow. I don't care what kind of set you got in there, bro. You can buff all this.
Well, this is from the 60s, so this is pretty old. That was out. The Thor with his Rainbow Bridge was out a long time ago.
Another Venom statue.
It looks like it's copying off of XM.
Don't try and get back in good with it now, Dion. It's too late.
I'm saying it does, man.
Had your pants.
It looks like Venom Arise.
Do you got a earpiece in right now? Are they talking to you right now and let you know what to say?
They
told you I had a meeting with them yesterday before the announcement.
They put him on a performance improvement plan.
You better stop, Dion. They're gonna take your statues away again.
He goes to their parties.
I'm going to Ang's party tonight.
Better bring a lot of single dollar bills.
Wow.
What kind of
Wow.
what message y'all want me to pass on? Just let me know. Backstage.
Do you like a hint of blue with your Venom, or?
I think some people do. I think it depends on how if it's like not too much. I like it all black, personally.
Yeah. I would like I like a little hint. I think Bowen did it perfect. With his Venom, I think he did it perfect. It was mostly black with just a hint of dark blue.
There are some Venoms that are just all blue, and it's like with the hint of black.
Yeah.
I don't
I like those.
I'm starting to like some statues better unpainted. Like as much as I'm looking forward to that LBS Black Panther, I think I want it unpainted.
You gonna paint it yourself, or you just want to leave it like that?
This is dope. No, I'll just leave it like that. Like I think this is dope, like it is. It's Venom.
So you want a white Black Panther?
No, he just wants the unpainted. He just wants the unpainted one.
No, I just want an unpainted one. Yeah.
They actually come gray. They actually come gray.
Yeah. Albino Matt. That's a dope Daredevil.
Mm.
That Daredevil looked like every other Daredevil.
That Magneto looked like every other Magneto.
What about the one where he's like? What about when he's kicking the one where he's kicking Kingpin through the window?
No, that one is nice. That one's nice. But like, I mean, he's perched up on a gargoyle, like just like Batman. I mean, come on.
He's very Batman-like. So is Moon Knight. So I think his legs are a little too long too. Looks like to me, a little lanky.
Yeah, they look actually fucking.
The gargoyles though.
Yeah.
That don't look like it's gonna tip over forward.
Dang, Dion, man, come on.
No, I was just making a.
Mr. Popo got a custom in. I wanted to share this custom Boo statue. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it was good.
It's the Japanese Kirby.
Those busts of those like Dragon Ball Z characters are humongous, man.
And they're not expensive.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Comparatively, obviously, but they're not super expensive.
I saw like a Broly. It was massive.
A what?
Broly.
Broly.
Yeah, a lot with
Oh,
this
that's
too, right? Light up. Like,
Yeah.
just 1-to-1 scale. It's crazy. Man.
Plug in too. So,
Oh yeah.
Now let's say what scale is that?
1-to-1.
So you said 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like the eyes. The eyes are like glowing. That's dope.
it probably lights up too.
Yeah, they light up.
Congrats, Mr. Popo.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, bro.
Put a piece of box in his hand.
He did say his came broken though. I think the arm or something broke off on it.
Oh crap.
So, but congratulations. This piece is coming out soon. I think they're working on the factory right now.
So I saw this online, right? And I'm not a Power Rangers guy, but it just looks like the dragon is unfinished, right?
Yeah, I don't care for it. Like if it was just a statue and nothing behind him, I thought it would be dope.
Like they need to add some color to it or something. It just looks unfinished.
Yeah.
Looks like Green Lantern created it.
Yeah.
Is this a licensed studios right here or unlicensed?
It's unlicensed. I mean, what a
This is custom produced. Why would
yeah, I was gonna say what show
Oh, I don't know because I think I ordered something up to the studio then.
All right, I got him out of here. You're welcome.
I think I ordered something from the studio though, so then if it's unlicensed, then that's my first customer.
The Ranger looks badass. The paint job. I think the sculpt is there, but the paint job is definitely. I don't know.
They need to change it up, like do something with it, because the Ranger itself, man, looks realistic, and the stuff behind him and doesn't looks like frosting, like green frosting.
Yeah, like yeah, green frosting on the cake.
But the Ranger, man, he looks
Founded.
I actually like that
cowboy
the version of that costume the most. The Green Ranger. Somebody's making a Bastion. This is pretty dope.
I don't know much about Bastion.
So the base makes sense, but my only nitpick is with the base. So Bastion's a mixture of Nimrod and Master Mold. He's like a combination of the both of them. But Master Mold, if they're doing this, should be like 15 times bigger than what it is on this base. So that's my only nitpick with this statue.
The custom group's probably like, we have a problem with you, Jarhead. That's not possible.
Master Mold's head's like massive. It's bigger than an actual Sentinel. He's way bigger than an actual Sentinel.
They do look like Captain America or Captain Planet.
They could have made it like forced perspective, take up the whole base kind of in a sort of way.
I get what they were going for. It just like, I don't know. Unless they were just trying to do a regular Sentinel head, but even then, it's still bigger than Nimrod's head.
I don't think I've seen this character done in a while, so it's pretty cool.
I haven't seen that ever. Bastion?
I don't think I've ever seen it either.
You guys sound like you're not subscribed to Custom Produced.
Says the guy that's never here.
I'm here.
Hey!
I'm here in spirit.
That was mean, Dion. That was mean.
You still my boy, Steve.
This is for Diane.
He be like, shut the fuck up. I be quiet. But when he leave, I be talking again.
I gotta give you a blue hat, man.
I thought this was pretty dope. I don't know.
Is that one of those ones that you like hang on the wall? You like the Spider-Man thing? You seen
I don't know, but I like it.
that? Wow.
You like the cats or?
Yeah, the cats. Yeah, the cats.
Wow.
What
This
if
was
some
very
vicious ass cats? Would you still try to do it though? Like, you know what? Take the chances.
No
Or scratch your
problem.
back.
No problem.
I actually like this a lot. Actually,
Is this supposed to be a view from on top of her bed or something?
yes.
You got a mirror on
She's
the
supposed to be
ceiling.
laying down in the bed and the mirror on the ceiling type thing.
Oh my.
Kind
Got
of.
a mirror on the ceiling.
Man. Imagine the first date and you saw that.
Would
She
you want
got
this
all
to
them
be?
cats in the bed with y'all, man?
Would you want this to be quarter or 6? Because like
That's a lot of.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
I think quarter would look good. I would actually hang this on my wall. That would be dope.
I think it's supposed to, right? Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then that defeats the you know,
should be 1/6.
the fourth perspective of it.
Nice Guy says this black cat is inspired by the Campbell art cover, so that makes sense.
If it's going to be on the wall, it should be 1/6 though.
Let's see here. I don't know. I think it looks really good though. Somebody's working on a old man blade.
I want it.
Why you gotta be old? I don't think he's an old man.
He's got the gray like in his beard and everything. It's old man.
Old man
blade.
Logan.
Yeah.
If it's Wesley doing it, he's old man now.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes blade.
I want this. I straight up want this. Like,
So you got
that's
Morbius's head in here. I think the guy from Kiss.
I
Gene
honestly,
Simmons.
I honestly want the garage
That's
sale.
Etrigan, isn't it?
Right. He got
No,
on the
Etrigan's
garage sale.
DC.
I recognize Morbius. He's a very.
Is that supposed to be Etrigan? But Etrigan's DC, right?
We have DC.
It's Gene Simmons.
Who are those guys?
Yeah, just some random vampires. I don't know.
It's not Gene Simmons.
It's like this kind of looks like
yeah.
Namor.
That is Namor, I think.
Why would he have their heads though?
I mean, why not?
Either
If
way,
you're gonna collect heads, you might as well collect them all.
Yeah, well,
pause.
Blade's a vampire killer, not a Prince of the Sea killer.
Yeah, we were just saying it looks like. Maybe it's not him. I don't know. maybe it's Dracula.
I guess.
This just came out. I know a lot of people are super excited to have this in their hands. There's like 3 different versions of this statue.
Real fast before we go about Spider-Man, Jarhead, if you find out that blade is being like produced,
Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same guy that's making that
the
Captain
Isaiah
America.
Captain America.
The
Yeah, I
same
want
guy.
one of those.
Yeah, I thought this came out really good.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's this version. There's one where it's like darker blue on the suit, and he's fighting Doc Ock. There's and there's a black and white variant.
I kind of like it though. The explosion at the bottom.
Do you guys like the paint job? Like it's like it looks like.
I think this guy he did his own paint job. I think it's a custom because I don't remember it looking like
It looks
this.
metallic.
Yeah, metallic. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, same.
Doritos in the bottom, but it's all good. It looks.
Nice Guy says this Spidey is average.
Dang.
He also says it's he spelled it right, but we all know what he was saying.
Google fixed it.
I like the Spider-Man a lot actually.
Got the little squinties, huh?
Yeah. The auto eyes. And this is the black, white, and gray version.
I don't
Oh,
like
cool.
The with the fire at the bottom.
It's every base is different. So this one is got nothing on the bottom. The other one's got Dr. Octopus's arms coming off it, and then you've got this one that's got green goblins.
I'd rather have the fire at the bottom.
So now it became unaverage.
So yeah, there's 3 versions. So we're coming to the end of the pictures. This Friday, doing an unboxing. That's what's in this box back here. And this is what we're gonna unbox on Friday. So
The cool kids will be in New York.
Yeah. So while that's going on, I'll be doing a live unboxing. So because I don't have anything better to do. I'm not cool. I'm not gonna be on that. But yeah, so Friday we'll be doing that, and then Sunday at 3 p.m. possibly, maybe, could happen. We're doing a battle of the best Omega Red statues out there. So,
We already know the winner.
These are all cool covers too, by the way. Really
yeah, I wanted to get some really cool art out there.
Hey, we said that about Ghost Rider too, didn't we?
Yeah.
I already know what y'all gonna choose. That ain't what I'm gonna pick. But
That is it. Anybody else want to go over anything or?
Like Don said, New York Comic Con. If you guys are gonna be there, I'll be there every day starting Wednesday. So
I'll be there Friday and Saturday.
But so CNP. See, I'm trying to, use the actual, what do you got going on this weekend? Rest of the weekend.
First of all, Robert, thanks for that. Nah, man, thanks for the invite as always. And like, nothing much. Like Tuesdays we have our show, and yeah, this whole week is gonna go to New York Comic Con. So get out of the house for a little bit. But,
You're not very far from New York though. You're like what, a couple hours?
Yeah, train
Like,
ride 4 hours.
4 hours or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of fun there. I know some people are gonna meet up there, so that'll be a lot of fun.
Yep. We'll be there.
Yeah. Biggie, what do you got going on?
I have nothing going on this week. I appreciate the invite, although I feel like Jarhead like suckers us here so he can get commission for the upsells of the custom pieces.
Man, I wish actually.
There are about 4 pieces that I've been asking him about that I'm trying to get. So y'all pray for my wallet and my budget. And
well, you saw a little caricature of me in the background there. Somebody thought it was funny that they made me into a puppet, saying I'm the enabler.
Yes.
Shout out to Jose.
Yes.
I wasn't going to say his name.
No, you got to.
But, yes, he thought it was hilarious that he made me into a puppet, saying I'm the enabler.
Yes.
So
very accurate.
Mr. Free Shipping himself, what do you got going on? I know you're finishing up your project that you got going, right?
Yeah, I'm probably just chilling with my son today. I'm not going to actually go out there and build.
Okay. Little free shipping is talking. Yeah, no problem. I said a little free shipping was talking.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on, man. Like I said, I just wanted to get people that don't collect customs, what they were thinking about it, So I appreciate you coming on.
Exactly.
Matt, you got baseball. What do you got going?
Well, yeah, I got that going on all the time. So, but yeah, appreciate you having me, man. It's awesome being here. I apologize for the avatar, but I was driving around. I'm waiting on a art print to come in that I had gotten. It's been about a month now, so it should be here anytime soon.
Was it like a
so
sideshow?
When I do, no. It's a different piece.
Okay.
When I get it, I'll pull it up on the show and you guys check it out.
Okay.
So.
All right. Dion, man, what do you got going on? I told you that I would give you my list of I've got coming in so you can copy it. So you've got a lot to catch up on.
We probably have like more than half of it's probably the same, I bet.
I doubt it.
No, it's probably the same.
If it is, it's because you're copying me. You probably see me in the group like, oh, he's getting
You don't
this.
even need to know
I'm
this.
I'm going to get
tell
this.
me about them 2 statues right now. That's all you got coming in.
Oh, I've got a lot more than that.
2 statues.
I forget how old are we? How old are we?
Nuh-uh.
No.
You got football the rest of the day?
Yeah, I got football. I got a concert later, and then New York Comic Con later this week. So, thanks.
Well, I appreciate you guys showing up and talking, enabling with me. I appreciate everybody in the chat showing up as always. Like I said, I've got Friday and Sunday already set up, so I will see everybody then. And if I don't see you, I hope you guys have fun at Comic-Con or wherever you're going to be at. So appreciate everybody for stopping by. Let's see if I can get this. Take it easy, everybody.